Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913.
And goes to films.
And we're let's playing Star Wars Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight.
And we just crawled through a spaceship's gas tank and snuck on board the spaceship that's heading to the Valley of the Jedi.
Oh, wow, Dan.
Yep.
So, we're on a spaceship, but we're not in the spaceship?
We're riding on the top so right now.
Oh, Dan, you better get inside. What are you doing? Oh, you're getting shot at. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of you commented on space finances. Actually, I don't know because we haven't uploaded the video. But let's.
Nobody commented on space finances.
Oh, damn! There's gonna be a ton of people commenting on space finances. All right, people want to know this shit. All right, you're gonna start living in space. You want to know how is your money gonna be protected while you're up in space? All right, is there a giant space bank? Or are there multiple giant space banks now? These are things we need to know, is what I'm getting at.
There's probably, like, you know, there's a Bank of America, there's probably a Bank of Space.
Yeah. Different galaxies, this, that, and the other, you know, bank of... There's the Bank of Tatooine and the Bank of...
And you want to know what? They don't use dollars in space, Pete.
No,
dollars
of course
are an
not.
American.
There's going to be eventually a universal currency, Dan.
It's going to be like Mobiums or like...
Yeah, Mobiums.
Or Smithereens.
No. Mobiums is a perfect name for fucking currency. You know, made by Charles Mobius. It's going to be called Mobiums. And what happening was he died for our sins, so we made Mobians. Oh, fucking Mobians. Dude, that's like the best fake name you've come up with.
I don't think it's a fake name. I think that's the form of currency that they used in the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
Oh, really? Well, good job, Dan, for knowing that.
Yeah.
When the hell were you watching Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons?
When I was a kid.
Oh, really? Well, there we go, Dan. Mobiums.
Dr. Robotnik!
So, yeah, we got a lot of Mobiums going on here.
Yeah, we got Mobiums coming out the egg.
Toll-free call. Just keep going, Dan.
Alright.
Yeah, people, don't worry about that call, guys, because it's just people trying to get money from me.
You should answer it on live. Like,
No, I'm not going to.
On the air, Pete.
No, Dan, it's not worth it, because they're just asking for money, and I don't want to give any right now. Especially during the holiday season when I'm already tight on the old cashola.
Yeah.
Although I do give a lot. I do give a lot back. All right. I said to myself a long time ago, once I got a decent job, which I do have, which I am grateful for, even though I'm not a fan of it. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, I said that I would give back. Is what I said, Dan. And I give I've been giving Toys for Tots and St. Jude's for a long time. At least St. Jude's for like 5-6 years. Toys for Tots for like 8 years or so. Ever since I was working at the job that I had before this job that I have now, I was donating Toys for Tots because I think it's nice to give back if you're able to.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, Pete. From now on, I'm gonna try not to get shot.
There isn't a truth.
Oh, I think I got
shot.
shot.
Well, Dan, you know what? The first one's a freebie, I guess. But this one's not.
Oh man, these guys have like hair triggers.
So Dan, you think in space? Let me ask you this. All right, in space.
Only no one can hear you scream.
No. What do you think about gun control in space, Dan? Do you think there's any out there, or is it like the Wild West?
I imagine like there's gonna be like, you know how when you go into the ocean, there's like international waters, and then there's like a prescribed zone where I think it's gonna be like that, where like there's international space. I think they do that in Star Trek.
Yeah. So are there gun laws in space? Because I think we need a couple down here on Earth. You know what I'm saying, Dan?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So like these guns that you're carrying right now would probably be illegal in like other areas.
Well, I am shooting people, so I
guess so.
I'm kind of like if the
You're almost
Empire,
almost like a terrorist as it is right now.
The Empire would probably say I'm a terrorist.
Oh yeah, for sure. They'd be like, oh, this new terrorist Kyle Capabana.
Capybara.
Kyle Capicola. He's
Gabagool.
Yeah. Kyle Hot Gabago. he's been killing off these guys. And he can blah, blah, blah. Look at you shooting stuff at that poor guy. Oh, he just got murdered, man. So anyways, yeah, so what were you going to say about space gun control?
I think I said it, but...
Yeah, so they probably got something in space where it's like, hey, we can't let kids or mentally ill people have blasters that are this caliber. You know what I'm saying, Dan? They probably have. All I'm trying to say is in space, they probably have reasonable gun laws. That's all I'm saying. All right?
I don't know, Pete. I feel like when you're in space and you try to make if you try to actually be sober about it and try to make a well-reasoned
space law about
statement about the problem in America.
Oh, whoa!
All
the
people,
problem
in space.
Yes.
No matter how reasonable your argument is, no matter how sober you are, all people hear is, they're gonna take my space bang bangs away.
Yeah. And the thing about it too, Dan, is like, you know, there are probably people out there in space that are bitching about the Jedi because they got a lightsaber, but no one ever bans lightsabers.
Yeah.
You know, just blasters don't kill people. What is it? Blasters don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, sometimes blasters in the hands of people will kill people. You know what I'm saying? And even though there must have been some sort of amendment in the galaxy guidelines.
In the space constitution?
No, in the galaxy guidelines saying that everyone that, you know, has the right to bear blasters to protect from some governor. You know, and did you see, did anyone have... Where's everyone with their blasters to stop the Empire? Nowhere, alright?
Yeah.
If everybody had a blaster, would they have stopped the Empire? No. So, come on now. They need to have proper gun. They seriously need to have some sort of proper blaster protocol so that people who have problems, like Kyle Cabana here, who, well, even though he's a good guy, he might be mentally ill, can't get himself hands on that blaster that you were shooting, like, it makes like a little atom bomb, alright, Dan? Alright, we can't have kids be having blasters, is all I'm saying, alright? They need to close the loopholes, Dan, of when, let's say you go into a blaster show and you want to buy a blaster, you don't have to deal with any kind of space background check.
Yeah, you're right. You don't. Yeah. There are like all these space blaster conventions.
Yeah.
Where you can buy guns.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a background check.
Yeah, you don't have to have it. So you could buy that automatic blaster thing that you have there, Dan, and you could buy it from one of the Imperial Stormtroopers, and all you'd have to do is just be at a blaster show. Where they're showing off new blasters, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah, but if you try to say that in space, all the people who are pro-blaster will say, oh, you're just trying to take my bang bangs away.
Yeah, you're just trying to take away my phazon cannon away. And
like, did you know that, like, a lot of these space shootings, these space mass shootings...
Yeah, these blaster blow-ups, yeah.
They're caused by... They're responsible gun owner, or blaster owners.
Right.
But sometimes the blaster falls into the family member who isn't a responsible blaster owner.
Exactly.
And that crazy family member goes and shoots up a space school.
Yeah, it's terrible when this stuff happens and the blasters, they go off and they fall into the wrong hands, because let's face it, if someone wants to get a blaster illegally, they're probably going to get themselves a blaster.
Yeah.
And then they're going to use that blaster to do bad things for the Empire or whatever, and you just can't have that shit happen.
Yeah.
And so in space, right now they're having a huge problem with friggin' blaster incidents going off, like mass blaster incidents that have been happening.
I know.
Pretty much every day in a space, they've had more blaster incidents happen in one space year than they've had days in a space year, which is crazy.
I know, and space years are like forever.
Yeah, there's tons of days in space years, like over 1,000 of them.
Space isn't revolving around a sun. It's because there are millions of suns in space.
Yeah, it's crazy. One galaxy year is so many days, and there've been so many blaster incidents.
I know.
And like, as a citizen of the universe, you have to think to yourself, when is enough that we can finally just say we need sensible blaster control. We just need something that, you know, both the blaster owners and the people who don't own blasters could be like, all right, let's get behind this. This is sensible. Let's say, hey, let's say, this guy is a little crazy and he did some assault and battery back in the day where he beat up his Wookiee wife or whatever. All right, let's say a Wookiee beat up his Wookiee wife. All right, and he goes to go get a blaster. Guess what? You don't let that Wookiee have a blaster. All right.
I was reading this space article the other day,
and
they were talking about how there are these two political parties in space.
Yeah.
And one of them is always saying it's not a blaster problem.
Yeah.
It's an alien problem.
Yeah.
And it's like the aliens are like they have in space society, the aliens have all these psychological problems.
Yeah. They're a little crazy. Right.
And they say, oh, it's the crazy alien problem. It's not the blaster problem. But at the same time, that space party cuts funding toward programs that deal with crazy psychological space problems.
Yeah, like if you look at it, Dan, the Empire, if you think about it, they don't even allow the agencies within the Empire to even do tests on blasters, and you can find out information about, you know, how dangerous a blaster is in a home of a blah blah blah. You know what I mean? They don't even let their own agencies within the Empire do any kind of tests or anything like that with the blasters. It's crazy, Dan. You can't get any information about how dangerous blasters could be because the Empire won't let their own agencies do any tests.
Man, that is
and
messed
it's
up.
just crazy, and I can't believe that there's a group out there that's so a galaxy group out there that's so pro blasters that they're pretty much running the Empire. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. They're very pro blaster, and they're always saying, hey, the only thing that's gonna stop a bad guy with a blaster is a good guy with a blaster. And it's like, not always necessarily, because if you look at Kyle Cabanas right here, Dan, I mean, he's a good guy with a blaster, but he's had years and years of training.
Yeah, and he killed like 30 Outnots.
And he's killed a bunch of innocent people along the way of trying to save and do good. Right, because in the end, we're all just people and aliens and stuff, and you know they could potentially do more harm than good by trying to stop a bad guy with a blaster.
The thing about like those catchphrases, like the only way to stop a bad alien with a blaster is a good guy with a blaster, is that, like, I was reading this other space article that was talking about how in the space year 2007, the space year 2008, the space year 2000, there was like one of those incidents that stopped, and it was like maybe they listed another one in the space year 2014. But that's not even one of those incidents
in a whole galaxy year.
Yeah, and we've had more space mass shootings.
Yeah, more blaster
than days in the year this year.
Yeah.
So like that argument is stupid. And if you just say like I've got this cute, concise little catchphrase to just throw in your face whenever you try to make a well-reasoned argument, you're just silencing people.
Yeah.
And it's the same with that other concise little space one-line catchphrase. They're gonna take our bang blasters away.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't help. Like you're just parroting a sentence that doesn't have any basis in reality, doesn't have any facts behind it.
Yeah.
Doesn't, like, I don't know. I just hate when people sing song like one line in order to have a complicated discussion.
Yeah, and it's like I wish that there were some blaster owners out there, you know, in space and all that would just be like, you know what? It has gotten a little crazy. Maybe we should try and do some reasonable blaster control.
Yeah.
All right. It's not like.
And maybe it's not even a question of more blaster control. Maybe it's a question of different.
Yeah. Maybe we just need some different blaster control out there. I don't understand why. You know, we're the galaxy of the Empire, or whatever. We live under the rule of the Empire. We can send a Wookiee in space with a guy named Han Solo. Alright, we can destroy a Death Star twice, but we can't figure out reasonable blaster control, Dan?
Man.
Or just some some great background checks, some good background checks on people who want to own blasters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you can at least start. And way back in the day, Dan, I don't know if you knew this, but there was an incident that happened, and then after that incident, the whole galaxy, about 90% of the galaxy, said, "Hey, let's have some reasonable blaster control. All right, let's get some background checks on these crazies or these quote-unquote mentally ill aliens or whatever. The aliens that might want to get a blaster,
right?
Whether you be a Wookiee or a friggin' Gung or whatever the hell you are, or whatever the hell, right, Dan? You know, they wanted to have it, but the Emperor and the Empire and all of its senators and shit just said, nah. They put the kibosh on it. It's like 90% of the whole galaxy wanted that, Dan. I don't understand why it didn't go through.
Fucking Space Obama.
I know. Fucking Space Obama. He fucking ruined everything. But, like, you know, it's just funny. It's just weird, Dan. Because, like, you know, blasters, I totally understand. People want to own a blaster. As long as you're responsible with your blaster, you should be able to have a blaster. But there's got to be a tipping point in the galaxy where the residents of the world and the universe are just going to be like, whoa, there's just too much blaster incidents happening where, you know, bad people, or not even bad people, but people who shouldn't have a blaster end up getting a blaster, and then they take down a whole bunch of people. It's not a good thing, Dan.
Yeah, I'm not for confiscating guns either.
Oh no,
I mean,
I'm not for taking away blasters.
But there's definitely a problem, and if you're just like throwing these one-line catchphrases, you're not helping anything.
Yeah, no, and it's not like the thing is too, like, I want, obviously, as a person of the universe, I want some reasonable blaster control. Yeah. And you know, again, I'm not for taking away, but I'm not for, like, the blaster owners bitching about, like, oh, they're gonna take my blaster away, this, that, and the other. But you gotta admit, there's been more blaster incidents than happened in than there is in a galaxy year. Come on now.
Yeah.
And the galaxy year isn't even over yet. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. There
could potentially be more blaster incidences happening. And I know, Dan, that we live in a weird turmoil time right now,
Civil War?
Where there's all kinds of aliens fighting us for the ways that we live, or whatever the hell the reason is for. I don't even know. But at least we should be able to be like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is just going on too. There's more blasters in the world than there are people. Though there are more blasters in the universe than there are citizens of said universe. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
And if that's the case, who's got my blaster?
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah, because you know what? I don't have I don't have a blaster. And if everyone's got one, I haven't got one yet. I need to get a blaster.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird, Dan, is in the universe, you know how the holidays are coming up in the galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
There was more...
I think it's Life Day in Wookiee language.
Yeah. There was more blaster sales during that one portion of the universe where, like, they sell, like, stuff real cheap. Like, you can get, like, speeders and helmets and this, that, and the other, life packs, med kits, all that shit.
Yeah.
Apparently blasters were the highest... They've sold more than they've ever sold before, and it's like, how crazy is the universe getting that people are just buying blasters in droves?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. All I'm saying is we just need to calm down on some of the blaster violence that's happening. That's all I'm saying. And we just need some sensible blaster control. And I think that was a good segment right there.
I feel like we solved a lot of the universe's problems.
I think if everyone could just listen to this video and understand that, like, we're not trying to take away your blasters. Far from it. You can have a blaster. You just probably shouldn't be able to have automatic blasters, Dan. That ones that you can hit one button and then you shoot like 36 beams at once, you know what I mean?
I've heard that one of the problems with that is that assault rifles are often the term assault rifle is used when they're talking about a semi-automatic. Like supposedly they're mislabeled as assault rifles. Like,
right.
But I don't know.
So Dan, then which one of these blasters here would you consider an assault blaster?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many bullets it has to fire with one squeeze of the trigger. But supposedly, like the semi-automatics, I think you have to pull the trigger multiple times.
Yeah. Well, all I know, Dan, is just they need to calm down on it. Sure, you want to go hunt tauntauns or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a huge tauntaun hunter. It's my,
but
part of my livelihood.
you don't need an assault blaster to hunt a tauntaun. I mean, you should be doing it with one of them bow arrow things that the Wookiees got. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think, you know, because you should have a reasonable battle against a tauntaun. It shouldn't just be like, oh, this is easy, let me just stand back 1,000,000 feet. Sometimes I don't understand why people have to have sniper blasters either, like that you could shoot people from far away. I just don't get it. Like, I understand you gotta keep a blaster, like you're in your domicile, and then maybe some friggin', what are they, Tusken Raiders come into your house trying to steal your woman and all your items and possessions. Yeah, you gotta shoot them with your blaster. I totally get it for protection.
I feel like it's complicated because there's so many issues in space. Like there's so many different
there's a lot
ways.
of space issues for sure.
There are so many. Like I can't imagine all the ways in which blasters are used, and I'm not like I don't feel qualified to comment. But like in terms of who's getting these blasters and like. I feel like if you're a person, you might consider yourself to be a responsible gun owner,
blaster owner.
Blaster owner. But like if you've got like teenagers with psychological problems living in your family, I feel like there's an extra level of responsibility that comes with that.
Yeah, like you don't want to give Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, moody Anakin Skywalker a blaster.
Yeah, no way. Give him a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And let him see if he can try to cause a lot of damage with said lightsaber.
Yeah.
And lightsabers don't kill people, people kill people, right?
Right.
So we're in this this thing, huh? We're in this spaceship. And we're taking out stormtroopers. Dan, I think that's a perfect. I think we just need to finish off these guys, and I say we stop the video here, right? Alright, Dan, nicely done. So, we will see you guys and gals and whoever's watching in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.